Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring Legends of Avallen, the core rulebook. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this Celtic mythology inspired fantasy role-playing game, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to take a look at two legendary paths, the Swyn-Pict and the Teulu. Before we begin, I want to talk about this channel's sponsor, Heroes and Hardships. This is a universal RPG system that will allow you to play any sort of genre, story, campaign, adventure, anything. You have hundreds of tools to accomplish that. I'm going to put a few links in the description to the Kickstarter that is about to begin, also to the website and to the Discord. Please check that out. You will find information about Heroes and Hardships, but also about other things, such as the Tetsubo campaign setting. I'm also going to put links to my reviews of the Quickstart guide and to the Wallace campaign setting. If you want to know more about the system and the sorts of adventures that you can have, definitely check out those links. Now let's continue. We begin with the Swyn-Pict. As druids rarely engage in war since the Everpact, Swyn-Picts are the spiritual warriors the Valak rely on for magic in battle and are greatly respected because of it. The Swyn-Pict are similarly notorious in Raxian culture. It was the stories of charging bands of naked blue enchanted warriors alone that kept the Raxian Empire away from the shores of Avallen for so long. Shared by the warrior and the mystic, the path of the Swyn-Pict forgoes conventional equipment and instead adorn dice on their bodies with intricate designs attuned to magic. These designs not only protect and enchant you, they also let you draw ethereal weapons of your choice from them. These magical weapons cut like any other, but they can also cast spells from your magical paints upon striking a foe. When it comes to your expertise, Swyn-Picts have specialized knowledge in Phaedra and art. Concerning your legendary trials, you have things such as you need to make dice from a legendary plant, or defend a clan's sacred site. When it comes to adorn dice, to use your Swyn-Pict abilities, you must adorn dice on your body attuned to a magic school of your choice. Spend 10 minutes and expend one supply to adorn dice. They have an armor rating of 4+ spirit on top of your vigor. They advantage spells like light armor for as long as you wear no large clothing or real armor that covers them. You may still wear a cloak though. If you exert your dice or any other item summoned with them, you cannot use them again until you reapply your dice. With these dice, you will be able to summon weapons out of nowhere. You will enchant designs, enchant weapons, and cast spells or magical effects through them. And at greater levels of mastery, you can exert yourself through a power surge, so that your beneficial effects are also manifested upon your allies, or in the case of destructive effects, they can affect several foes at once. Now let's talk about the Teulu. In Valak society, the Teulu are oath-sworn bodyguards for the Vreyer of tribes and the Vrenin of clans. Teulu means family in Valak, and the famed warriors treat their wards as such. The title of Teulu has become respected as a worthy foe in the Raxian military, and it is now fashionable for bureaucrats in Avallen to use the word for their private bodyguards. The Teulu is the unique path of the warrior. Fighting as a Teulu, you will want to be in the thick of it, as each hit you make and take increases your battle fury. As your fury rises, you will become even more formidable with increasing defense, damage, and control over your foes. This makes the Teulu an exceptional enforcer and protector, giving your allies room to breathe in the heat of battle. When it comes to your expertise, Teulus have specialized knowledge in warfare and politics. Concerning your legendary trials, perhaps you need to best another Teulu, or maybe you need to rescue or save a legendary leader. Concerning your Fury, your Teulu abilities are unlocked as your Fury rises in battle. Once per round, when you hit a foe, you gain 1 Fury. Once per round, when you are hit by a foe, you gain 1 Fury as well. You lose your Fury when a conflict ends, or you fall unconscious. With your Fury, you will be able to resist blows and damage that would normally defeat other lesser warriors or combatants. And you will be indomitable. Your damage will be devastating. At greater levels of mastery, you will be able to emit a powerful war cry, giving your allies the benefits of your Fury. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about adventuring rules. So these two classes are pretty exceptional in my opinion, both in theme and in their use. In the case of the Swyn-Pict, this is a legendary path, obviously based on the Gesetae, those powerful Celtic warriors that fought naked. They were extraordinary, although elite, very few in number. So you're going to be a very versatile combatant that is able to cast spells while fighting, while being in the thick of it. Although I still think you are slightly more vulnerable when compared to the Gladiator or the Teulu, so keep that in mind. That is, as long as you have those magical effects ongoing, you will feel unstoppable. But for how long, right? Now when it comes to the Teulu, if you wanted to play as a Cuchulainn sort of hero, this is the legendary path for you. If you wanted to have those warp spasm moments of uncontrollable fury, only comparable to the representation of a berserker, this is the equivalent, or perhaps the surpassing archetype. That is up to you to decide or to discover. The Teulu is going to be the shield and the sword of the party of adventurers. You are in the thick of it. You need to keep in mind when you need to attack or when you need to protect a member of the party. This is not as versatile as the Gladiator, that is more focused on flourishes, different effects, hit and run. The Teulu is more straightforward, so while at first it feels a bit more simple, more blunt in your approach, this also means that you need to keep in mind that you lack those other more flexible resources. But if you like a more down and dirty approach, the Teulu is the legendary path for you. Thank you for watching this part of the review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending drive-thru RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.